Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lokesh. I work as a lead architect. So in today's video, we are just going to brainstorm together on trying to find the right plan of using Power BI Premium, or maybe nowadays it's called as Fabric. So I think you might be aware that Microsoft is not rolling out premium plans. So we usually, have premium plan categories of P1, P2, P3. Those have been replaced by fabric plans, and those are called F2, F4, F6. So this is particular challenge that I have at work. We need to find out the right fabric plan so that we can do the cost estimation properly. So with that said, let me just give you an idea of what we are doing, what the architecture is like. So what we have here is we have a Databricks Unity catalog layer, and on top of it, we want to have a Power BI semantic model. So this can, act as a self-service and help users use Excel to connect to it. So this is how the architecture looks like on a very high level. You have a Databricks Unity catalog layer. On top of it, we want to build a Power BI semantic model. And here we want to use a premium a capacity or a fabric capacity, which is a point of discussion. Now, the choice that you know we have to make is would be determined by the data that we have. So we are envisioning that we will do or we will import the data, and then we will have some sort of self-service on top of it. So which means that once the model is built, semantic model is built, the users can connect their Excel reports directly to that. So now that we know how the high level architecture looks like, the question is which Power BI fabric capacity that we should go for. And remember guys, Power BI is no longer rolling out P series of licensing. They have replaced it with fabric series, or they call it as F series, although there are some other series like A or maybe EC series as well, but we will just focus on the F series. And as I said, the important factor that would define which series we have to choose would depend upon the data size. Also, although it also depends upon the compute units and everything else. But without knowing the user base, I think the number one factor that would define which F series should we go for is entirely based out of the amount of data that we have. So let me just open Power BI website so we can just say Power BI Premium custom. So we can just search for this and go to Power BI pricing plan. So this is how the website looks like. So you have two variations here. So we still have Power BI. It's not that the Microsoft entirely has stopped giving licensing based on Power BI. So we have two versions, Power BI Microsoft Fabric. So in Power BI you have three these versions. You have a free account and Power BI Pro. Then you still have Power BI Premium per user. Includes all the features available, power access, larger model sizes, more frequent refreshes available to buy. Now and then you have Power BI embedded. So what we are looking here is maybe the Power BI premium capacity, which I think they have now converted into Fabric. And maybe let's look more features in PBI premium per user. Again, going back to our use case, I think what we want here is we want to build a semantic model, and that semantic model then should be available or accessible to all the business users. So what they would be doing typically is they would be opening Excel, and when they try to connect to the data, they should be able to connect to this Power BI semantic model. So the another question is, do we need? So one of the questions that comes is, do we need Power BI premium capacity, or do we need Power BI premium per user? I don't think premium per user will work out because we won't be able to maybe host the model. Maybe let's just look at the features of Power BI Premium per user. So it says $20 per month. Create reports with Power BI Desk, publish reports to share and collaborate, advanced AI, advanced data flows, and model memory size is 100 GB. Refresh rate, and the maximum storage is 100 TB. Data security and encryption is there. The important thing to note here is how we can use the Power BI Premium per user. So let us maybe just Gemini this. Let's read through this. Is a license that grants individual users access to premium features like larger data sets. It is ideal for users who need to create and share advanced reports, perform complex data analysis, and utilize AI features within Power BI. It's also suitable for organizations that want to offer premium features to specific users without committing to full premium capacity. So when we create a workspace, and the only doubt that we have here is how to create premium or to create workspace. Will that workspace be a premium workspace, or will that workspace be a normal workspace or a core workspace? I think a Power BI premium per user features. If you want to share content with users who have a Power BI Pro license, the content needs to be hosted in. Oh, okay. Capacity workspace. This is important. So I think we have answered our question. So maybe with Power BI Premium per user, you get the features on desktop, not on on the workspace. Maybe let me just ask one more question. Does it mean that Power Premium per user license and Power BI lets you create a workspace, or is it only meant for desktop usage? So let's say what it returns to allow you to create workspace, but with a key distinction. PBU, these workspaces are specifically designed to leverage the premium features that come with. You can use those advanced capabilities within these workspaces. Creating a PBU, if you have a PBU license, you can create a workspace and designate as this is done in the workspace settings using once the workspace is designated, you The users with PPU license can use the premium features within the workspace. If you want to share content, you can need to move that content to workspace that's backed by full. Think of this way: PPU separation of PPU users that designed to collaborate. PPU gives you the capability to create workspace and use premium feature, but those were your primary intended for users. You need to does you can create those workspaces, but those workspaces will also be available for PPU users. That is what I think it says. Can users use Excel and connect to a semantic model hosted in CPU workspace? This is the next question that I have. So it says that you can still create the PPU workspace, but only the PPU users will be able to access that. So the next question is, I mean, if we have a PPU workspace and we host a model in that, so can the users use Excel to connect to it? Let's see what it says. Users can absolutely connect to semantic model hosting using Excel. This is a powerful, while still using the familiar Excel. Publish first, you need to people this makes semantic model available for other tools to connect to. There are a couple of ways to connect to semantic model from Excel from. You can go to the Power BI service and the semantic model in PP Workspace and choose the analyzing app. Go to the Power BI service. The next will go to the data and choose data icon. This will open up again. Once connected, you can use. We will need to use them interface. Both the who publish the semantic model next user will connecting. Oh, I need to have a PBI license. So they need that license, I think. Both the PBI user and the Excel user who's connecting to it need to have a PBI license. Data refresh is managed, any refreshes will. So you still need to have the license. Okay, so that's fair enough. So let's come back to our question. And maybe this question is also important, and we will keep it here. Now, as we discussed, so before we move forward, let me just summarize what we have found here is that you can still use PPU license, but you have to have, you need to know how many users are there. So you have to procure as many licenses as you have the number of users. So this could be a good way to, test it out if you want to migrate, before you fully want to migrate into a premium capacity or a fabric capacity. So now let's put in some back of the envelope estimates. So you have so our data size is 22 GB, and say we have number of users 100. So if we use PPU license, the cost comes out to be, this is $20 per month, 20 into 100. This comes out to be 2000 per month. Okay. Because we have seen here that the model size can go up to 100 GB. So in this case, We have 22 GB, so it should be okay to accommodate. And yeah, we were also, so you can see here, I think we digressed a bit. So you can see here that in Power BI pricing, you don't have the capacity pricing. So for that, you have to go to Fabric. And here you can see that you will have a free account and then capacity reservation and capacity pay as you go variable. So this is the reservation one. This is the pay as you go one. Let me see if it brings up the detailed pricing. As you can see here, these are the F series. It starts with F2 and goes up till F2048. And then there are, capacity units, pay as you go reservation. So if we have this uh, data size and the number of users, and if you go with the license, per user license, I think your total cost would come out to be 2000. Whereas in case of capacity, let's do some calculations. So here in this website, it's not mentioned that what would be the the maximum model size for all of these SKUs. There is a separate documentation around it. So maybe we'll have to do a proper search. I think we can search for model capacity, max model capacity per SKU in Fabric. So maybe I think something should come up. And higher the F series, the higher would be your course, which is the computing power. Maybe this might be the one. I've seen one website where they have mentioned the number of the max model size. Yeah, maybe this is the one. I have seen that document, I think. It's on Microsoft website. I'm not able to find it here, but maybe we can use this one. So max memory is actually the max model size. Max memory per query model refresh. So according to this, you can see here, according to this is the max model size, and I think they have gotten that information from the Microsoft website. So you can see here, as per this, we should be going for F64 because it can support a maximum of 25 GB of data, and then it can have these parameters. And if you look at the pricing for F64, this comes out to be $8,000 per month, which is not cheaper. So here our this monthly operational cost comes out to be $8,400 per month, which is still way more than this one. Even if you have 200 users here, you will still have to pay 4,000 per month. which is again lesser than the capacity one. But you'll get maybe more features out of it in the capacity. Yeah, this is something, yeah, I wanted to show you guys. You have max memory, which is the max model memory, then max concurrent direct connections, max. This is regarding parallelism, live connections, max memory per query, max model parallelism. So you can see here there is something called direct lake rows per table or direct lake model size. This is specifically useful if you are using Fabric one lake to connect to the Power BI. There is a important concept in this particular book. I've read it in this book. So usually you will have two ways to connect to Power BI or import. You will have two ways to import or get data from not from Power BI to Power BI using some of the data sources. One is you can use the import mode, and the other one is you can have the direct query. But there is something called direct lake as well, which is a new methodology of getting data, extracting data from the sources. And maybe we'll study about this in the next video. And this is specifically useful only if you are using Fabric One Lake to connect to Power BI. So I think, guys, this should be helpful. Now, coming back to the decision that we have to make, I think we'll have to make a decision whether we want to go with PPU license or the capacity license. And if we don't want to go for either one of these, maybe then we'll have to use Azure Analysis Service to host our queue. And I'll keep you posted, how that goes. But I think this might be useful. And if you have any questions, please ask and please, suggest whatever your inputs are in the comments box below. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, guys.